Namaste to your cosmic soul, and thank you for being here today. I had this strong urge to speak about a journey that everyone goes through in life, and some people term it as the dark night of the soul. So, you go through it throughout your life in certain instances. Of course, people have different names for it, but the gist of it is it brings about a really big change in your life. Um, for me personally, the past 6 months, when the journey actually began for me myself, and I'm sure a lot of the collective have also been through the a similar pattern of the dark night of the soul. And if you are one of them, you probably resonate with everything that I'm about to say to you. So, for starters, let's start with my journey. Maybe you'll connect with it. Maybe you'll understand what exactly I mean when I explain the darkest night, the darkest hour, the dark night of your soul. Amma, can you give me 10 minutes? 6 months ago, I was in a place where, or a few months before the 6 months, actually, say 8 months ago, I had this feeling that something intense was about to happen, like I'm going to feel a certain way, and probably the dark night of the soul. I didn't know it was going to happen, but it was a feeling. And I decided to prepare for it because every other time that it's happened, I've I know the outline of the feeling, and I knew that discipline and putting your energy into things that you love will help you through everything that you are about to move through. So, what exactly is this dark night of the soul? It actually is your reconfiguration. It's like a factory reset of your soul, of your energy body. Okay, so it's like the whole structure that you have created up until now is just not going to align with you anymore. You're gonna want to break the entire alignment so you can restructure it. It's like broken pieces of a puzzle, but you don't put it exactly the same way. It's like you put the pieces in different parts and it still fits. You're doing the same thing but in a completely different way. Or you're completely changing the entire picture just by putting those puzzles elsewhere, and it's still pretty beautiful, extremely beautiful. So that's kind of what I'm getting at, where uh, you start feeling like you don't fit in your own life. Forget, I feel different from everybody else. I don't fit in with everybody else. Forget that. You don't fit in your own life. Like the life that you've been living for the past, for me, what, 27 years. Um, it just felt like I didn't fit in my life anymore. Nothing that I was doing was making sense to me. It's like, this is not the way I want to do it. I need to do it another way. This just does not work for me anymore. I need to change it. And then this comes after a while. Okay, this doesn't come immediately. First you start feeling the misalignment, and then you start feeling really lost and confused. You're just in a space of, I don't know where I am, I don't know who I am, I don't understand anything, nothing makes sense. I'm just doing what I'm doing because I need to do it, but I know I need to change something. I don't know where to start. I don't know what I need to change. There are like, it's like you just go into a spiral of thoughts, and these thoughts are reflections on the entire past how many ever years of your life. I was at a point when I was just beginning this journey, and I remember making this video. There were tears in my eyes because I was so confused. Where am I? Who am I? What's going on? Is this life real? Like, what is the point of this life? I mean, yeah, I love it. I've loved it till now, but right now nothing makes sense. Um, and you just, and there was a lot of, my eyes were filled with tears, and that's why I haven't posted that video, but I think I should. So you'll get a perspective on the actual emotion of how it is to feel in that place, and to know that it is for a reason. Yeah, whatever happens, it's 100% for a reason. I remember chanting, literally chanting. You know your destination. You're here. You're walking down the path. There is no path. Imagine green forest, and it's a path that people have not taken a lot, or they've stopped taking it for a few years, and it was just like there's no path. The person guided me to just go straight, see they jao, and I'm just going straight. There's no path, and I'm just like, I have to reach this destination, and you don't see nothing. It's all green forest around you. And I was at a point, I was like, trust in the uncertainty of the universe unfolding before you. Trust in the uncertainty of the universe unfolding before you. Trust in the uncertainty of the universe unfolding before you. And honestly, I reached that destination, but the point of that pathway where I was just like, I don't know where I'm going with this. And I just had to say, trust, trust, trust. Worry less, trust more. Worry less, trust more. There are bursts of tears, bursts of laughter. You just go crazy. Sometimes you feel like, I don't want to say shit, but you don't feel that great. You don't feel that good about yourself, about the values that you have created for yourself. Some of them just don't fit, and you need to restructure that too. Your beliefs about money, your beliefs about people, your beliefs about yourself, your beliefs about your surroundings, the space that you live in, the space that you work in. You're going to question everything. And I'm at the deepest point of my journey. I just wished that there was an elder. So elders are in, like, these shamans, healers, the journeyers, the shamankas who practice healing and herbal remedies from a long, long time ago. So they have certain elders who guide you through your journey, especially through this part of your life, the most difficult parts of your life. So I just really wished at that point, when my soul felt so utterly lost, it was so lost, and I just wished that there was an elder that could guide me and advise me on what was going on. And that's when I knew that this journey, I have to go through it completely without ignoring the feelings and whatever intensity that it brings, so that I can be that elder for someone, and I can be that person to guide you through the dark night of the soul. I can help you through that. And with that intention, I am here today, um, just sharing bits of my experience. I remember that I just I have already always been labeled as a yoga teacher. I am a yoga teacher, tarot reader. They call me, some people call me dancing yogini because that's my Instagram handle. And I'm just like, but I'm Ruchita and I'm a soul, right? Like, all of these are just labels of things that I do, that I'm very passionate about, and that's why you know me for it. But still, that's just a part of me, that's not me. And all of these things started coming in, and for a while I stopped teaching, I stopped doing tarot readings. Why? Because I myself am in such a lost space. So how can I do those tarot readings? So every client that I got, I passed them on to a colleague of mine, or my mother, who also does tarot readings. So she was doing that for them. And I remember that I'm generally not a very angry person, at least for the past 27 years of my life. I remember 5 times, I can count, of the intensity of anger that I have felt. And I realized that there was like this whole burst of anger inside of me that came through during these, at least the starting phase of the Dark Knight. So all of these really negative emotions start coming up, unhealed emotions start coming up, and you're about to go into that really confused state. Your internal uh, like unconscious self has already reached there, but your conscious self is still warming up. So all of these things just like it just takes you by surprise, and suddenly there are so many emotions, you don't know how to express it, and it all just comes out. And sometimes you react and you don't respond, you're not able to think before you speak, you're just speaking. So now, um, as your internal body has already understood the confusion that you're about to move through, your external body, your conscious self, is still um, understanding that space of where you are moving to. And once you've passed all of these things that are coming up, what happens is it's kind of like a black hole. It's literally like that. It's all dark. I mean, of course, it's all color and light, but internally it's all very, very dark because you're confused, you're lost, you don't know where you're going, you don't know who you are, you don't know where you are. And I'm not saying you know where you are, you know where you've been the past 27 years of your life. I'm saying 27 because that's how long I have lived in this lifetime. For you, it could be a different number, obviously, but I am the example in this video. So, yeah. And of course, at that darkest point in my life, when I came to the state of confusion right after all of this started coming, all I wished was an elder. I wish there was an elder who could guide me through this journey, who could help me through this journey, tell me what the hell is going on, because you are so confused, you don't know what's going on, right? And so an elder is shamans have an elder. These shamanic healers, the shamankas, the shamans, the journeyers, they have these elders who kind of help you and guide you through your journey, through your path, and especially through the dark night of the soul, because your soul is lost, but it's reaching a certain path because it has to go through the restructuring that is happening for you right at this point of time. So at that time, even though it was the most difficult thing for me, um, I realized that I want to be that person for my collective. I want to be that person who can guide you through your dark night of the soul. I want to be that elder. And that is why it was important for me to feel every part of the dark night of the soul fully and completely. So that is kind of the intention of why I'm here today as well, too, so that I'm able to kind of help and guide you in your journey of your dark night of the soul. I have recorded this video 3 times. The first time, I just kept talking and the video stopped. The second time, the video stopped at 10 minutes and I'm still talking. I finished the video, I finished my recording, but this is the third time, and I feel like what is really important for me to say, I'm just going to say that I know it's a very difficult thing to trust in yourself, especially in the most difficult time in your life where people are going to question you. During the dark night of the soul, you can't work because there are things that are happening. You just don't feel like working. You just can't function in the same way that you used to because nothing really aligns with you anymore, not in the way that it used to, right? So for that reason, to be answerable to everybody else is a very confusing thing, and you just need to trust it. You need to trust in the uncertainty of the universe unfolding before you, because that is the one thing that is going to help you through every part of your journey. It is the one thing, trust. And trust keeps falling away and rebuilding just like love. Um, and during this time, you may also want to really control certain aspects of your life, because you're so confused. You're like, okay, if I control it, go make it happen in this way. You just want to control everything because you don't know what's in front of you. There's complete uncertainty. And by the time you reach the end of it, it's like the control kind of releases and you learn to flow. And it's really beautiful when you reach that space. There are certain people who come and trigger that within you as well. Yeah. But for the most part, it's going to be difficult. I won't say easy. It's not going to be easy. See, even though I had a feeling or a knowing that I was going to go through something this intense, and I was mentally prepared for it, yes, that did help a lot. Being mentally prepared for it helped me. But at the same time, when you're in that spot, you're just like splash of water. You just have to feel it and move through it. So I hope that I can be of help in some way in the future, where I can help a community of souls move through their dark night of the soul at some point. So I think I'm going to end this video with worry less and trust more. Thank you so much for sharing your presence with me today. Sending you so much love and so much light as always. Namaste.